Hello and welcome in from the Eagles Nest. I'm Cody Wagner here on the Eagles Sports Network. We're just about ready to go here for some JV action between your Eagles of St. Edward and the Fighting Irish of St. Vincent-St. Mary. This is an interesting matchup on the heels of a loss for this JV squad. Last time out, they lost to that strong squad of the Wildcats. Ultimately lost in 2 sets. 15-25, then 23-25. The second set was far stronger for the Eagles, so this is a team that builds throughout these matches. That's at least what we've seen from the Eagles so far this year, as they made a comeback victory earlier in the season against Hoban, where they were down 21-25, losing that first set, then came back and won 25-18, 25-21. That's the only win on the season for this JV Eagles squad. The starting lineup out there tonight for the Eagles is going to be number 5, Davion Tanwin. He's out there alongside Daniel Beck. Number 17, Patrick Androsik. Number 14, Brian Vlasic. Number 26, Joshua Thomas. And number 24, that's Terrence May. That's your starting lineup out there for the Eagles. And first to serve for the Eagles will be Davion Tanwin. We are just about ready to get underway here from the Eagles Nest. Serve from Tanwin, goes over, playing the back row from the Irish. Now dug out by Tanwin. Back row hit from Tanwin. Eagles able to keep it up, and it'll be the Eagles' point. Number 10 for the Irish crossed over the half-court line, and it'll be the first point going to the Eagles. And now it's played in the back row for the Irish, and now the block there from Thomas in the front row for the Eagles, and that ball will go wide. Make it 2-0 now, Eagles. Serve now to come here from Tanwin. 2-0 here early, Eagles. Serve floated in by Tanwin, and that just finds the back line there for the ace from Davion Tanwin. Make it 3-0 here early, Eagles. Tanwin once again back to serve for your St. Edward Eagles. That's played back row by Shelton L. And an Eagles point here, 4-0 now. Your St. Edward Eagles. Davion Tanwin starting off strong for the Eagles. Still yet to miss a serve is Tanwin. And that one will go wide. Now score is 4-1 Eagles. Irish now go back to serve. That's number 5 for the Irish, Andrew Spasna. And now a hit there from number 24 for the Eagles. That's Terrence May. Now set middle hit from Thomas for the Eagles, and that'll win the point off the hit there from Joshua Thomas. Eagles now go up 5-1. Patrick Androsik will check out of this game. Coming in for him is number 3 for the Eagles. And also checking in to the game is number 9, Ethan Burke, for your St. Edward Eagles. Burke now back to serve for the Eagles. He'll send that one over. Playing the back row from the Fighting Irish. They'll play a free ball over. Now it's Beck. Tanwin to set. Outside hit Vlasic. He'll just float that over. Now middle hit from the Irish. Played by Tanwin. Now set from Beck. Back row hit from Burke, and that'll get the Eagles the point. Make it 6-1 Eagles. Burke there with the kill from the back row for the Eagles. And Burke once again sends one over. And it'll be a free ball over from Nathan Sparhawk. Now Eagles will play it outside. Now playing the back row from the Irish. Once again, a free ball over from the Irish, Andrew Spasna. Now outside, Vlasic, and that hit from Brian Vlasic will go just long for the Eagles. Tan Nguyen giving Vlasic some advice. Eagles still remain in the lead. Score is 7-2 here from the Eagles' nest. Back to serve now is Sparhawk for the Fighting Irish. And now back to serve for the Eagles is Burke. Burke will send one over. Eagles actually were awarded the point, so it's 8-1 Eagles. Free ball over once again. Now that's Tan Nguyen, middle Thomas, and left-handed Thomas sends that one deep. Score is now 8-2 Eagles. Now we welcome in my partner in the booth, Aiden Buchanan, bringing you this JV action here on the Eagles Sports Network. Serve from Tan Nguyen, outside Thomas, and that'll get the Eagles the point on the kill there from Joshua Thomas. 9-2 now, Eagles. Interlocked in this JV battle, varsity to come after this one. Thomas now back to serve for the Eagles. This is his first service of the game. And he'll get the point there for the Eagles. It was played off the hands of Bickett. He was unable to do much with the serve from Thomas, so that'll now give the Eagles an 8-point lead here early. Thomas sends the serve over. Now set, and Eagles played in the back row. Now set from Tan Nguyen. Hit from number 35 of the Eagles. That's Ian Williams, and Williams with his first kill of the game. 11-2 Eagles. And now the serve from Thomas. That's floated over there for the Eagles. And now Tan Nguyen plays it in the back row. Set from Burke. Outside hit for the Eagles. And that'll find the middle there for the Eagles. Eagles on a roll here early against the Fighting Irish.
Eagles looking for back-to-back wins here.
Serve now from Thomas. And that'll clip the net and give the ace for Thomas. 13-2 Eagles. Timeout comes from the Fighting Irish. They've just been unstoppable here early. And Eagles will try to continue this for the remainder of this first set. Up 13-2 at the moment. It's been all Eagles here early, led by the leadership of Joshua Thomas. Was on this JV squad last year, doing it once again for this team. Kind of been one of those leaders on this squad, showing these younger guys how to do it out there. And you see athletes out on this team like Brian Vlasic, a JV basketball player as a freshman. Just such an impressive athlete here at St. Ed's. Also gets it done out on the hardwood as well for this volleyball squad. And back to serve once again for your St. Edward Eagles is Joshua Thomas.
Josh Thomas looks to move the Eagles' lead here to 12. 12? No, that's 13 points here. No.
12.
11. 12?
12.
I was right.
Serve from Thomas. Sent over by Thomas. Now played back row by the Fighting Irish. Now free ball over. It was Shelton L. for the Fighting Irish, who just kind of sent that over to the far side and was unable to send it over to the Eagles side. And Eagles now will go up 12 here. And now that played by Sparhawk, and that goes up into the rafters, and that'll give the Eagles now the 13-point lead. Boy, Aiden, I'll tell you, they're just running away with this one.
Yeah, this is one of the better performances we have seen from our junior varsity squad this year.
Serve now from Thomas. And Josh Thomas has been serving an absolute delight here thus far for the Eagles. Make it 16-2 now, Eagles. Thomas once again heads back to serve. And that one clips the net there from Thomas. Sparhawk tried to play it off the net, was unable to do so. Make it 17-2 Eagles. They lead by 15 here. This still first set action between the Eagles and the Fighting Irish. Varsity action to come after this one between the Eagles and Fighting Irish.
Wow.
And that one hit the flag and make it 18-2 Eagles. Seemingly no resistance thus far from this Fighting Irish squad. That serve goes in the net there from Josh Thomas. Score is now 18-3. Eagles lead by 15.
And the first points for the St. Vincent-St. Mary Irish comes from a bad serve from Josh Thomas. We had, what I want to say, 10 consecutive good serves for the Eagles.
Noah Dunbar now back to serve. Eagles play it back row. Now outside hit Vlasic. Played in the back row by Sparhawk. Trying to play a free ball over was number 20, Noah Dunbar, for the Fighting Irish. Went over his head and was unable to do so. So now make it 19-3 here, Eagles. Brian Vlasic goes back to serve. Out of this game for a moment was the libero for the Eagles, Daniel Beck. Beck checked out for the service of Joshua Thomas, and that serve will go short there from Brian Vlasic. And now that played back row by the Eagles. Now hit outside, and a block there by St. Vincent-St. Mary, and that point won by the Eagles. 24 now Eagles. And subbing in for the Eagles is number 17, Patrick Androsic. Androsic, a wrestler for the Eagles, has decided to give it a crack at volleyball. He'll float a serve over there for the Eagles. And now played by Beck on the side of the Eagles. And now Ian Williams plays one over for the Eagles. That a nice dig by the Irish that ultimately wins them the point. That was number 22, Saw Chow, in the back row for the Fighting Irish. Score is now 20-5 Eagles. Fighting Irish now win that point, make it 26 Eagles. Fighting Irish trying to mount a comeback late in the set, but not much will do here as that serve goes in the net from 2 for St. Vincent-St. Mary. 21-6 Eagles. Daniel Beck now back to serve for your St. Edward Eagles. He's out there in the back row with Androsic and Vlasic. Front row for the Eagles is Thomas, May, and number 12, Braylon Adams. And now outside hit Sparhawk.
Great block
that
there.
blocked there by the Eagles. And now Joshua Thomas, he saw an opportunity and made the most of it. Make it now 22-6 Eagles. It's absolutely great action between the Eagles and the Fighting Irish here on the Eagles Sports Network. I'm Cody Wagner here alongside Aiden Buchanan here from the Eagles Nest. That serve in for the Eagles. Now trying to play it over was May for the Eagles, but played it into the net. And now make it 22-7 between the Fighting Irish and the Eagles in this first set of action. The JV game, varsity next to come. Serve sent over by Wessig. And now played over by May for the Eagles. And now Sparhawk, played by Daniel Beck, set from Vlasic. Back row hit Androsic. Androsic tried to spin it in, tried to get over top of it, put some topspin on it to try to get that ball down, but was unable to do so. Now make the score 22-8 Eagles. Serve once again comes over from Wessig. Now outside hit Adams for the Eagles. He'll float that over.
Touched the net.
And Adams May touches the net for the Eagles. Braylon Adams out there on the court for the Eagles has actually been up in this very booth before to call some JV basketball action along myself. And SVSM once again back out to serve. That's number 14, Seth Wessig. He's gotten 2 service points in a row for the Fighting Irish. He'll try to continue this run. Serve from Wessig goes over. Now played by Beck, back row. Now hit from Thomas. That will go deep there for the Eagles. And throughout these 3 points that the Fighting Irish have won in a row, it's really been good sets. The hits have just gone a little deep consecutively on these points for the Eagles. And that serve will go way short there from Wessig. Now make the score 23-10. We are nearing the end of this first set here on the Eagles Sports Network. Back out to serve is Tan Nguyen for the Eagles. Early in this game, Tan Nguyen had an ace. We'll see if he can do so yet again, and he does. Make it now 24-10 Eagles. They'll try to put an end to this first set here against the Fighting Irish. Tan Nguyen to serve here for the Eagles. He'll send it over, and that will find the back line, and that'll be it for the first set between the Eagles and Fighting Irish. Some cheers come from the Eagle faithful, and that'll be it for the first set. We'll bring you this second set of action in a moment. With that, we will take a brief pause here on the Eagles Sports Network. Second set to come.
And as action starts back up in the nest, it's a very interesting game so far. The Eagles win the first set about 25-5. This is set of a very anticipated varsity match.
Very dominant for the Eagles in that first set. I'm Cody Wagner here alongside Aiden Buchanan. Score was 25-10 Eagles. After this, it will be the varsity action for the Eagles. Warming up along the far side, you might be able to catch a glimpse of varsity defensive specialist Mark Hopman. Also over there is Jared Gibble, outside hitter for that varsity squad for the Eagles. They'll try to get it done later here tonight against the Fighting Irish of St. Vincent-St. Mary. Lineup out there for the Eagles to begin the second set is Davion Tanwin, Daniel Beck, Patrick Androsik. That's the back row for the Eagles. Front row looks like Vlasic, Andrew Smith, and number 3 not on the roster here tonight for the Eagles. Now back to serve for the Fighting Irish is Chow. Chow sends that over. Now set from Vlasic, outside hit win. And now the middle hit from the Fighting Irish. And that was played off the arms of Androsik. And Vlasic was unable to chase down that ball. Now make it 1-0 Fighting Irish to begin this second set. Now middle hit there from Andrew Smith for the Eagles. Score is now 1-1. Now back is Tanwin to serve. He's already got 2 aces here tonight. Let's see what he can do. Checking into this game is Braylon Adams for the Eagles. And headed out is Brian Vlasic. Vlasic, a standout basketball player for the Eagles. And there's another point awarded to the Eagles. Off the serve of Davion Tanwin. He'll once again go back to serve for the Eagles. 2-1 Eagles. Tanwin sends it over. Now played back row. And that goes off the arms of Nathan Sparhawk. Another point awarded to the Eagles. 3-1 Eagles. I'm Cody Wagner here alongside Aiden Buchanan, bringing you this action here on the Eagles Sports Network. Ace there from Tanwin. That's his 3rd of the game. Eagles up 4-1 here in the second set. Tanwin once again to serve here for the Eagles. He'll send it over now. That played back row, and another ace here from Davion Tanwin. Make it 4 for him so far. He has been absolutely dominant behind that baseline for the Eagles. He'll now send another serve over. That played back row, and now played by number 4, the libero, Connor Bickett, was unable to get it back into play, and that'll be yet another point off the serve of Tanwin. 6-1 Eagles. The libero for your Eagles JV squad is Daniel Beck, number 10, out there in the green jersey. That serve was sent over by Tanwin once again. Played back row by Bickett. Sparhawk was unable to send it back into the middle, and that'll force the Fighting Irish to take a timeout. 7-1 Eagles. Aiden, how about that action thus far from the Eagles? Have been absolutely dominant. Took the first set 25-10. Seems like it's going to be a similar story here in the second set.
Yeah, self-inflicted wounds from the St. Vincent St. Mary Irish has just been the downfall for them so far. Bad serves, bad sets, just all around hasn't been a great match for them.
Have had a tough time handling these serves from Tanwin in particular in this second set. We'll see if they can get it going here out of this timeout. Their coach tries to
Fire them
encourage them. Yep, get them fired up to try to go out there and make this comeback. But certainly the Eagles will look for more of the same headed out of this timeout. Tanwin once again back to serve for your St. Edward Eagles. 7-1 Eagles. Tanwin, he'll send the serve over for the Eagles. That played off the arms of Reed. Now trying to throw it over there was Connor Bickett in the back row for the Fighting Irish. Unable to do so, 8-1 Eagles. Tanwin back for the Eagles. He'll float one over, and now it'll be a free ball over. It's been the first time in a while the Fighting Irish have been able to get it back over, but the Eagles quickly win the point, make it 9-1, your St. Edward Eagles. Now once again back to serve is Davion Tanwin for the Eagles. Tanwin jump serve, floats that over. Now middle hit from number 14, that's Wessig. Back row hit from Androsic for the Eagles, he'll send that one over. And now a free ball over, played by Daniel Beck. Now played by Tanwin, and Patrick Androsic will send that one into the net. 9-2 Eagles. Let's see if the Fighting Irish find any momentum there in that failure from the Eagles. Androsic sending that one into the net. Serve now to come from Sparhawk. Now Eagles outside hit, that was Braylon Adams. He'll just send that one a little short. 9-3 now Eagles. We're here in the second set of action between the Fighting Irish and the Eagles on the JV level. That played back row by Beck. Now once again played by Beck for the Eagles. Outside hit by Braylon Adams. That hit the flag there. 9-4 now Eagles. Fighting Irish mounting a little bit of a comeback here. Seems like they may have been able to turn around some momentum with that timeout. Now hit from the Eagles and immediately played back over by the Fighting Irish. That was Wessig who caught the Eagles sleeping, and now it's 9-5 Eagles.
And it seems as if the San Vincent Mary Irish are just taking advantage of the silly mistakes the St. Edward Eagles have been making all game.
It was 9-1 Eagles. It's now 9-5. Braylon Adams sends that one over for the Eagles. And a wayward hit there from Marcus Reed will make it 10-5 Eagles. Now checking into the game for the Eagles are number 7, Alonzo Ezel, and number 18 for the Eagles, that's Steven Rigler. Rigler in the front row. To serve is Ezel. Alonzo Ezel, he'll send that serve over, and it was number 4, Connor Bickett, trying to play it in the back row, was unable to get it up, and that'll be an ace there from Ezel. He'll be back to serve once again for the Eagles. He'll float it over. Now the set from Chow. Now Eagles play it. That was Tanwin. Tanwin hits from the back row, and what a hit by Davion Tanwin for your St. Edward Eagles. Make it now 12-5 Eagles. Back to serve once again is Ezel. He'll send that over for the Eagles, and the point will now be awarded to the Eagles on the ace from Ezel. Going back again to serve is Alonzo Ezel. 13-5 is our score here on the Eagles Sports Network. Alonzo Ezel floats it over. Now set, middle hit. That'll be number 14, Seth Wessig. Now outside Eagles. And the point will be awarded to your St. Edward Eagles. 14-5 Eagles. Here to bring you this action on the Eagles Sports Network, I'm Cody Wagner alongside Aiden Buchanan. Varsity action next to come after this JV match. Now outside Braylon Adams. Big hit from Adams. Saved there in the back row from Chow for the Fighting Irish. Middle hit now from Andrew Smith. That'll go just long for the Eagles. Score is now 14-6. Too much power there from Smith. Back row for the Eagles will be Ezel, Rigler, and Beck. And that serve will go short there from Seth Wessig. Wessig now will check out of the game for the libero for the Fighting Irish, Connor Bickett. Now back to serve for your St. Edward Eagles is number 55, Andrew Smith. Smith trying to go float, but sends that one way short there for the Eagles. Scores now 15-7.
This is some of the first action we're seeing for David Murtaugh here, coming off an ankle injury during basketball season.
Let's see what Murtaugh can do here for the Eagles. He's number 44 out there on the court for the Eagles. He'll now send one over. Now Irish will try to play it middle. They'll float that one over. Set from Tan Nguyen. Middle hit from Murtaugh. How about that for Owen Murtaugh? His first point back. He scored the point here for the Eagles. 16-7 Eagles. We're in the second set between the Eagles and the Fighting Irish. Back to serve is Brian Vlasic. So exciting, spring sports kicking into action here. We've got your volleyball action here today. Later this season, we'll have some baseball action.
Actually, baseball's first game is tonight.
The first game is tonight.
Lacrosse versus Nations tomorrow.
Yep.
A lot of action.
So exciting here. We'll have as many of those games as we can here on the Eagles Sports Network. You'll hear a lot of me and Aiden over these next couple weeks if you tune in on the Eagles Sports Network. Serve now sent over there from the Fighting Irish. Back row hit here for the Eagles. Ezel just getting it over the net. And was the net touched by Murtaugh? It was. Owen Murtaugh just grazing the top of the net there. Scores now 16-9 Eagles. A ball that didn't go over was ultimately won by the Irish. And they'll be back to serve now. That's number 17, Marcus Reed. Reed will send that serve way short there for the Fighting Irish. 17-9 Eagles. Checking into this game is Patrick Androsik for the Eagles. Headed out is number 18, Steven Rigler. Now Androsik will be back to serve here for the Eagles. Checking out of this game as well for the Eagles is Alonzo Ezel. Coach Patty Thomas, she's got to be very excited about this performance here from this JV Eagles squad. Ooh. And a big hit there from number 3, Nathan Sparhawk. Potentially put some life into this Irish squad. Score is now 17-10. Eagles still hold the strong lead. Back to serve now for the Fighting Irish is number 18, Brendan Scott. Scott now floats one over, and it was a foot fault there on Scott. 18-10 now, your St. Edward Eagles. Daniel Beck now back to serve for the Eagles. He's the libero for the Eagles. Owen Murtaugh will sub out of this game. Headed back in is Andrew Smith. Back row is Androsik, Beck, and Vlasic. And that goes off the arms of number 26, Star Wah for St. Vincent-St. Mary. Score is now 19-10 Eagles. Once again, back to serve for the Eagles is Daniel Beck coming off of that ace right there. Let's see what he can do. I wonder if he'll go back at Wah. He does. And that played off the arms of Wah. Now it'll be a free ball over here. And played by Beck. Now Vlasic outside for the Eagles. And that was number 9, Ethan Burke for the Eagles. He had a nice hit, but it was immediately played back over on a free ball, and it was miscommunication between Smith and Burke. And that'll give the point to the Fighting Irish. 19-11 Eagles still in the lead. They won that first set by a score of 25-10. Now back to serve is Saw Chow. And collision of bodies there for the Eagles. Vlasic tried to play a free ball over. That was Androsic colliding with teammate number 3 for the Eagles, not on the roster here tonight. Now once back again to serve is Chow for the Fighting Irish. That play by Daniel Beck, now set from Vlasic. Outside hit for the Eagles, and Chow was unable to come up with that for the Fighting Irish. 20-12 now for the Eagles. Coming into this game is Davion Tan Win to serve here for the Eagles. Braylon Adams also coming into this one for Brian Vlasic. Tan Win now. He has been so impressive serving here tonight for the Eagles. That now played over to the near side. Sparhawk played back row from Androsic. Now hit from the Eagles. And it was dug out by number 9, Devontae Shelton L for St. Vincent-St. Mary, but no one was home to get that pass from Shelton L. 21-12 now Eagles. Tan Win back to serve. He sends it over, and that played off the arms there of Connor Bickett. 22-12 Eagles.
And for some reason, I just had this weird odd feeling Tan Win will put this game away as a server.
Tan Win has been so impressive throughout this one for the Eagles. Has gone on runs like you saw at the beginning of this first set, put us up 9-1. And once again, an ace there from Davion Tan Win. Arms out from Tan Win, just very confident in his ability here for the Eagles. Has done a great job serving here in this set. Let's see what he can do here for the Eagles. Scores 23-12. Varsity Eagles get ready to go with the conclusion of this one. Serve to come from Tan Win. And that one just skidded across the net there from Tan Win. And that hit there from Henry Hilton will go long, and it'll be the Eagles' point. They've got set and now match point here on the serve of Davion Tan Win.
And I believe my feeling is coming into fruition right now. Ooh.
Spoke a little bit too early there. Serve from Tan Win goes into the net, 24-13 Eagles. The Eagles will now have to get this one off the service of Sparhawk. Nathan Sparhawk, the freshman for this St. Vincent-St. Mary squad. And that'll get just over. Was almost in the arms of Andrew Smith, but didn't really recognize how short it was. And Coach Thomas of the Eagles trying to urge him to just play it up. And now play by Tan Win. Now middle hit Smith. And now played by Daniel Beck. It'll be a free ball over, and that was played very nicely from number 17, Marcus Reed, for the Fighting Irish. 24-15, Fighting Irish going on a little run here. Nathan Sparhawk back to serve once again for the Fighting Irish. That serve will go short, and it is match Eagles. The Eagles come away with a strong win against St. Vincent-St. Mary, 25-10. 25-15. That'll push their record to 2-2 on the season for your St. Edward Eagles JV squad. And with that, that is all we've got for this JV action between the Eagles and the Fighting Irish. I'm Cody Wagner here alongside Aiden Buchanan. And with that, we say so long from the Eagles Sports Network.